kept secrets travel.
Morgan and I went to Australia and New Zealand for a total of, I think it was around 2 months.
It was about 7 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, so 2 weeks. 7 weeks. 7 weeks, 2 months. No, not 7 weeks and 2 months. We started off in New Zealand for the first just around 2 weeks, then we spent the rest of the time in Australia. We took 1 drone, 2 GoPros, 2 DSLRs,
2 phones,
3 phones. But we were camp fanning around, so we weren't so stressed about some of the transport and the weight issues, because we camp fanned complete North-South Island, and then we went from Cairns all the way down to Sydney. Our moment which we're going to talk about with photography is when we were coming back up from Queenstown.
It's really bothering me. I can't actually remember the name of the lake because it's really
And then
famous.
we were driving past a picturesque, almost looked like our real life had been saturated. It was that blue. We went to Lake Tekapo, where there's an amazing church. Very stereotypical. A lot of guys on Instagram do it, but it was the first time Morgan and I really decided we're going to attempt
So this was
nighttime
one,
photography.
Yeah, this was one that we actually found online, and then specifically went to this place on our way back to the airport.
Yeah.
Or there or thereabouts. We found it online and then went there in the evening.
A lot of people normally go there. We were in the off season, stereotypically winter for New Zealand, so it was super cold. It was probably -3 to -5 degrees. Morgan and I had dinner basically staked out in this car park right next to the church. I think we were the only ones there the whole time. We were just using our DSLRs, for anyone
And tripods.
wondering. And both had our mini tripods. And I think it got to maybe between 10:30 and 11 p.m. and we decided we'd start taking photos and just practice throughout the night and just keep reviewing the photos.
So with star trials, it's quite hard to get that perfect photo first time. So you need to, because the way the light refracts and just any little change, because you're opening the shutter speed for about 30 seconds. So any change in light or movement can change the whole photo drastically. So we genuinely spent about 3 hours taking photos this night.
And then really sadly, Morgan and I had been waiting until it got dark enough, and you're in this, I think it's called the Mackenzie Zone. It was one of the first dark sky reserves in the world, and it feels like there's zero light pollution at all. Stunning sky, and
very cold.
Really irritating. Morgan and I started taking photos. We're just learning how to take them properly of the night sky for the first time, and this group of maybe 20 people all together turned up and were just unbelievably ignorant and decided, whilst we were trying to take these 30-second shutter speeds, and some of you guys listening or watching might have experienced this before, whether someone's walking across you and just purposely doing it just for the sake of it, they were all using flashes on their cameras, which firstly is probably going to take an awful photo. They're driving around in the car just trying to park it up for ages, so we can take a photo for a long time. But every time, oh yeah, and they're using head torches as well.
Head torches was the most annoying. You can have a flash and you can just take a picture of the church because it's a famous church, but walking around with the head torches whilst we're blatantly trying to take photos,
irritating. Ooh, sir. Main sort of follow-up on this story is please don't be ignorant to people taking photos. The back end of this story was me getting a tiny bit of revenge. They were ignorant for maybe 2.5 hours. Revenge was having been bullied by head torches of this group of 20 people right at the end. I was getting in the camper van. I then waited for Morgan to pack his camera up. He was taking the last couple of shots, and then Morgan purposely, as slowly as he could, packed up his camera, turned on his head torch, slowly walked across the people, and I just sat there in the camper with full beams on, with this group of 20 people just staring at me for about 10 minutes straight, just because we were so annoyed. I think it got to me Maybe got to 2 in the morning or something.
Yeah, I mean, to be
I was
honest,
just infuriated.
like you might have even made their photos better because they were taking pictures with flash, which means they only would have been taking pictures of a church. So you could have actually been giving them the perfect lighting. So maybe that.
Let's hope I didn't.
Maybe they were turning around going, "Thanks, mate."